In the next section, we will discuss many of the policies and procedures that you will need to be familiar with as a GISD Head Start employee. It is expected that all employees report to work on time every day. Employees are also expected to remain at work until the end of the day. Lead and associate teachers usually work 8 to 4:15 Monday through Thursday and 8 to 3 on Friday. Classroom support staff usually work 8:30 to 4 Monday through Thursday. This may vary from building to building, so please check with your site coordinator to confirm your expected work hours. As a Head Start employee, you are part of a team. We rely on your regular attendance to make the program run smoothly. In the event of an illness or an emergency, please refer to your building's policies on who to contact to report that you will not be in. We understand that there may be rare occasions when you need to leave early. You are asked to provide 24 hours notice of such appointments. Failure to provide ample notice may result in an unexcused absence and disciplinary action. This document is provided to you in your new employee packet. The Genesee Intermediate School District has compiled a list of things considered to be non-negotiables, meaning that every employee is expected to follow these guidelines at all times. Failure to do so will result in disciplinary action. At all times, you represent the GISD even when you're not at work. It is expected that you maintain student, staff, and company confidentiality. You should treat others in a professional and courteous manner and take pride in doing a quality job. All employees must maintain a professional appearance and arrive to work and meetings on time. One of the most important guidelines relates to responding to calls, emails. It is expected that every employee checks and responds to his or her calls and emails every day. This should be a priority, as often critical information is communicated via email. Be invested. Show personal ownership. Have commitment to job. No smoking. Reliable transportation. Give personal attention to the person with whom you are dealing. Commit to the culture of GISD. Be flexible and adaptable to changing environments. Commitment to provide quality services. We are a growth organization. Staff should grow too. Value others and customers. Be a good listener. Exceed customer expectations. Perform expected job duties. And maintain a clean, organized, welcoming work environment. Maintain safety standards at all times. Support the employee handbook. Support style and procedures guide. No distracting piercings. Exercise personal cell phone use and iPad etiquette. If you don't know an answer, find out together. Treat guests with respect and hospitality. Be flexible and go the extra mile. Be loyal to the organization. Work collaboratively. Honesty and integrity. Accept feedback for personal improvement. This document is provided to you in your new employee packet. As stated in the non-negotiables, Head Start staff members are expected to maintain a professional appearance. Clothing that does not cover your breast, buttocks, or midriff, especially when you reach, bend, squat, etc., is never appropriate attire in a professional early childhood setting. Clothing that is short, skin tight, or reveals your undergarments is also prohibited. Garments to avoid include casual attire such as t-shirts, hoodies, jeans, and sweatpants, anything that promotes illegal or inappropriate substances or activities, and open-toed shoes. Acceptable attire for Head Start staff members is anything that would be considered business casual. Buttoned shirts, polo shirts, and blouses work best for tops. Slacks, capris, or skirts that fall below the knee are appropriate as well. Please note, neutral and solid colored leggings are allowed only if they are accompanied by a dress, skirt, or tunic-style top that covers your buttocks.
To abuse a child is to treat them in a harmful, injurious, or offensive way. This includes, but isn't limited to, speaking insultingly, harshly, and unjustly to or about a child. Neglecting a child is to pay no attention or too little attention to them, to disregard or slight. Abuse and neglect of children is against the law. Genesee Education Consultant Services and the Genesee Intermediate School District Board are concerned with the physical and mental well-being of the students of their district and will cooperate in the identification and reporting of cases of child abuse or neglect in accordance with law. As a professional staff member employed by the Genesee Intermediate School District, we commit to reporting suspected abuse and neglect to Children's Protective Services. For many of our enrolled children, Head Start is their first experience away from home and family. One of our early childhood goals is to help children learn positive ways of getting their needs met and not to demean or shame them in the process. Accordingly, staff and other adults shall use positive methods of discipline that encourage self control, self direction, self esteem, and cooperation. Please take a moment to read through punishments that are prohibited in our district. We will teach the children conflict resolution strategies that can be used to problem solve. According to Head Start performance standards, listed are commitments that GISD employees must agree to. I agree to respect and promote the unique identity of each child and family and refrain from stereotyping on the basis of gender, race, ethnicity, culture, religion, or disability. I agree to assume personal responsibility for ensuring and protecting the confidentiality of any and all personally identifiable information for every child, adult, and family. I agree that no child will be left alone or unsupervised while under my care. I will maintain active supervision of all children in my care at all times, while respecting their privacy during the use of the toilet. The adult to child ratio for care will be supported at all times, including nap time. I agree to use positive methods of child guidance and will not engage in corporal punishment, emotional or physical abuse, or humiliation. In addition, I will not employ methods of discipline that involve isolation, the use of food as punishment or reward, or the denial of basic needs. I understand it is my personal responsibility to report any changes in my status in the Child Abuse Neglect Central Registry or arraignment or conviction of a felony to the Director of GISD Head Start. I understand that I will be required to obtain an annual clearance from the Department of Human Services Child Abuse Neglect Central Registry. I understand that if my Head Start responsibilities include the award and administration of contract or other financial awards, I shall not solicit or accept gratuities, favors, or anything of significant monetary value. I understand that violation of the employee standards of conduct is cause for initiation of the disciplinary process. Disciplinary action may include suspension and termination of employment pending the approval by Policy Council. If child abuse or neglect is suspected, law enforcement will be notified to investigate and criminal charges may be filed. Please take a minute to sign the Employee Standards of Conduct document in your packet. This needs to be submitted to your site coordinator today.
The next several policies are included in your new employee packet. The Personal Electronic Device, or PED, usage policy states that staff members and classroom staff are not allowed to use their PEDs for personal use while in the presence of children and families. The Social Media Discourse policy prohibits staff from sharing any confidential, proprietary, or trade secret information of GEX or GISD, sharing of confidential information regarding families or students, engaging in illegal online activity, and the use of social media during company time. Please reference your new employee packet for medical leave policy and the gender transition in the workplace policy. In an event of an emergency, always count your children. It's the most important thing you can do. Make sure you know your building's specific emergency procedures. Terms you need to know: MERT, Medical emergency is on site and the building will go into secure mode. Secure mode means that you will stay in your classroom, continue teaching, but no one leaves or enters the building. It means there's a threat nearby. Lockdown, you turn off all the lights and hide. No one enters or leaves the building. It's an immediate threat to the building's safety. Severe weather, report to your severe weather location and evacuation. Quickly and safely leave the building. Count your children before you exit and report to your evacuation location. You will find the instructional staff information binder, or as we call it, the green binder, in your classroom. This binder is a reference tool that contains required forms, teacher tips, policies, and procedures. Employee information is found on the GEX website. This includes the employee handbook, payroll, mileage reimbursement information, and forms. As a classroom staff member, there will be many times when you will be contacting parents. However, it is not GISD's policy to contact parents when a child is misbehaving. Please review the policy and discuss in the behavior health section of this presentation and in the green binder. If a child appears to be ill, contact your site coordinator for direction on how to handle the situation. In the green binders, you will find documents that illustrate the organizational chart for the GISD Head Start. At GISD, we believe that teachers in the classroom are a team. When someone walks into the classroom, it should not be obvious who the teacher, associate, or support staff is. All team members will discuss the classroom routines and responsibilities to ensure a smoothly running classroom. All classroom staff members have a 30-minute lunch break. Lunch breaks and bathroom breaks schedules are determined at the building level. All employees of GISD GEX are expected to remain professional at all times. Please review the section of the staff handbook that discusses staff ethics. Also remember that all information that you learn as part of your role in the classroom is to remain confidential. Children and families are not to be discussed with staff or other persons not involved with the family without the family's permission. This includes extended families such as grandparents. The one exception is in the case of a protective service call. With the exception of job-specific tasks, the expectation for the use of computers and iPads are the same as the policy for personal electronic devices.
You are required to complete a total of 7 online trainings through the GISD website. Only 4 are required by GEX, however, GISD requires an additional 3 trainings. You'll need your employee number to access these trainings. If you do not know your employee number, your building secretary or site coordinator can assist you.